everyone, this is Yvonne from Yvonne Ceramics. In today's video, I'm going to show you something that I recently purchased from Dela Design. So if you're unfamiliar with Dela Design, they are a company, a local company from the States that do 3D printed stamps and cutters. So let's open up and see what I got from them. And this video is not sponsored by the company. So first I got this really cute stamp. It's a rainbow stamp. I plan on using this stamp for my plates. And then I got this little flower shaped cutter. So I can cut this on a slab of clay and then raise these sides up to make a little flower bowl. And then this is a cutter for making a square bowl. So I'm going to be showing you this today. And then I've got this little cutter here that I'm going to use to cut holes with this cutter here. I'm going to cut this and then cut this here to make the little berry basket. So I'll be showing you these two things today. I also have this one. It's a cutter for making a tall tumbler. So I won't be using this. Maybe I'll use this for another video. And this little circle thing is for the bottom of the tumbler. So first I have my slab of clay. I need to roll it out into a thin slab, about 1/4 of an inch. So I have rolled out my clay into 1/4 of an inch. Right now I am using my yellow rib to smooth out and compress the clay. So I finished compressing the slab of clay. Next I have my Dela Designs cutter. So this is a square bowl cutter. And if you look at the edge, it's very smooth and nicely 3D print. So I'm going to get my saran wrap and put this on the slab of clay. Okay, so I've got my saran wrap on my clay slab. The reason why I want to put saran wrap on my clay is so that when I press the cutter onto my clay, the edges will be smooth and it won't stick to my cutter. So I'm using my rolling pin to roll on top of the cutter because it just adds extra pressure onto my cutter so that it cuts through to the clay. Because sometimes what I found with 3D print cutter has trouble cutting through the clay. So this just adds extra pressure. Okay, and let's remove the saran wrap. Oh, and then now I have done that, I want to make this into a berry basket. So let me grab the berry basket cutter. Okay, so let me put the saran wrap back on, and that is also from Dela Design, and they use this specific cutter for making the soap dishes holes, but you can also use this for berry basket. So I want to make sure this is in the middle of these two joints here, because when I'm done cutting, I'm gonna fold these edges up. So I want to make this is in the middle, and then I'm going to roll this down. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and do the rest. Okay, so I finished pressing the holes, but it looks like it didn't really quite cut through. So I'm going to use my knife to just help with some of the cuts. And that's the thing about 3D printing is that sometimes there's trouble cutting through to the clay, and you'll need to do some extra cutting with your knife. Okay, let's just remove the outside clay first and see how it is. Okay, so it still have trouble cutting for this berry basket, so I will have to do some extra cutting here, which is fine. This design is quite simple, it's just all straight edges. And the clay that I am using today is Cone 6 Plasman speckled clay. So it will make really pretty basket. It's not the best for hand building, but I just have this clay sitting around, so that's why I'm trying to use it all up. Okay, so that should be good. And then I'm going to fold the sides up, so I need to bevel the edge. I'm just gonna quickly use my knife to do the beveling. I'll zoom in for you guys as well. So I think I've talked about this in previous video. You can just angle your knife at a 45 degree to bevel edges, or if you want to go fancy, you can use a bevel edge tool, and I will grab one to show you what I'm talking about. So this is a bevel edge tool. This is 45 degree, and I can just line up to the edge here and bevel my edge like that. There's trouble with some of the corners, but it's just faster than using a knife if you have a lot of edges to bevel. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do all the edges. So I finished beveling all the edges. Next, I'm using my scoring grip to score all the edges here, because I'm going to put some slips on later. Just scoring all the edges quickly. And then I have my little paintbrush here with some slip and water, and I'm just going to put that on the edges here, and I will fold these edges up like that. And I like to do the top first, then move my way down, and I'm just using my fingers to press the edge together. So after one side's done, I'm going to go ahead to this side. Okay, so I have put all the edges together, and in order to make it more of a boxy shape, I am supporting the inside with some fingers, and then outside just kind of push against the fingers on the inside to create that edge. And I'm just gonna go around and do that for the other edges as well. We have to be careful for this edge because these edges have holes here. Okay, once I'm done, let's reinforce the seams here with a coil of clay. So with the leftover clay that I have just cut out, I'm going to dip it in a little bit of water, mush it together, and then roll a little worm like that. And I'm just going to put that on the edge. Just gonna wet the edge a little bit, put my worm here, and then I'm going to use my wooden tool to help me here. So I'm just using my wooden tool to press the worm onto the edge here. Just like that. And then I'll go ahead and do that for all the other sides. Right, so I have finished putting all the seams on the inside. Let's smooth out the outside joints here. So I'm going to use my little wet paintbrush and just put a little bit of water on here. And then using my finger to just smooth that edge here. And sometimes when you fold up the sides, there will be wrinkles on the bottom here. So at this time, you can also smooth that as well. And then I will also do it on this side. So if there's any holes, you can just kind of fix that with your finger. Just like that. So the clay is still a little bit wet, so I'm just going to let it harden up a little bit before doing any more fixing, because I don't want to manipulate the clay too much and warp the walls of the basket. And I only put holes on these two sides because I didn't realize the cutter holes are so big. So next time I'm going to move the holes up a little bit so I can put holes on all four sides. But that's it. I really like the cutters because it really speed up my pace for making berry basket. So yeah, that's it. And I'm gonna fix up the sides when it's dried up. That's it for today's video. I will show you the edge here. So that's how it looks. So other than making berry basket, you can also make little bowls as well using this cutter, which I thought is quite brilliant. So you can try it if you have a chance to visit her website. Thank you everyone for watching today's video. I hope you enjoy it and find it helpful. See you guys next time. Bye bye.